Good morning. We are out and about. Yes, Miss Pyaar is out for her walk. Another one of those absolutely amazing days. A few white clouds over there. Look how clear. You can see the mountains. Absolutely gorgeous. You know, gorgeous. There you are. How are you, my friends? A little warm today. Put the hair up. Not bothering wearing it down. Wasn't bothering wetting it, scrunching it. Nope, just threw it up. So, how are you? How was your day yesterday? I did not post yesterday. I videoed, but I was talking about something that I thought maybe wasn't mine to talk about. So, until it's all done. So, now I've enticed you, right? I did this whole video and then I was like, probably not mine to talk about. I should just wait until whatever's done is done, and then I can chat about it. So I started to make another video, and then I had students come. So I didn't get a chance to finish the video. I will go back and complete it and post it, because it was started yesterday. Just didn't get a chance to finish it yesterday. So I will. I just wanted to let you know what the scoop and story was. What is going on with the pool? Well, let's see. I believe we have a leak. 2 leaks. I don't know how to insert photos, but if I can figure out how to do that, I'll insert some photos. I texted, so this whole leak situation, I noticed these wet spots, but didn't think much of it because we were in the pool. So I figured little splash over kind of thing. Nothing to worry about. Except yesterday when the landscaper came first thing in the morning to grab some of his equipment, he said, looks like you got a couple leaks here. And Jeff says, well, Pyaar was just out there. Maybe she peed. Pyaar's a girl dog. She squats. She doesn't lift direct. So that obviously wasn't it. So I took photos and a very brief video, like a 20-second video. And maybe I can insert that little 20-second video here. I'm just going to show you, the landscaper came by this morning to grab some equipment, and he said it looks like we might have a couple of leaks. So just want you to know, to be aware. Maybe, I don't know how one would check this out. Maybe that's what I'll do for you. And I sent those to the contractor. Said, might be a leak here. And I took pictures and the video and then sent that. Come on, little girl. And no response. So I took pictures again last night. And the one spot was smaller, but just as wet. The other spot was much drier, but you could see the water outline. So I am pretty sure we have a leak. Okay, just in these 2 spots. I don't know how they're going to take care of it. I'm hoping they can come from the outside of the pool, and we only have to drain it a little bit. I'm not quite sure how all that's going to work, but I'm going to learn. Now, contractor did not respond to me yesterday. This morning, I texted him again, and I sent him pictures from this morning where both those spots were equally wet. And I also sent him the pictures I took last night, because I took pictures last night, which I just told you. So I sent him those pictures and the morning pictures. Now he's having Ruben, the tile guy, come back out to paint that rise on the pool. Why are you going to paint? I just want to know why you're going to paint if this is a problem. You can paint 3 sides of the pool. You're going to paint that 4th side? I don't know. But he's yet to respond or acknowledge that leak issue. So I am being hopeful that maybe when Ruben comes out, he's going to have Ruben look at it and tell him the same thing I'm telling him. I don't know. But I get you would trust your own people. And frankly, if this were a problem, I would be out there myself. Going, whoa, what do you mean? Not that he, as the GC, is going to personally start to try and remove the concrete and fix the problem, but have eyes on it. Acknowledge. None of that's happening. So I'm getting frustrated all over again with this guy. I thought we were done, but we're not. So also the fence guy has come back. He's going to do the wall around the equipment. You know, it is a common theme. I'm going to say across the U.S., only because my knowledge is limited to South Florida and now Southeast Arizona. But finding people to work, that's like impossible. So this poor, masonry guy, Hector, can't find anybody to work. He's got 3 jobs going on and he's the only one. So I can understand. He does a couple hours at one job, he does a couple hours at another job, he does a couple hours at our house, and then he's done for the day. And nothing gets accomplished. But he's one person. And I understand that. And he's accepted the contract to do this little wall around the pool equipment. So we're going to be patient about that. Then the landscaper, same thing's going on. All right, can't find help. And he's got 2 guys that are pretty steady for him, that will actually show up and do work. And that's what I mean by steady. And himself. And it's the same thing. They're coming, they're doing an hour, maybe 2 worth of work, and then they're leaving. And then yesterday, he went into Tucson to pick up the turf, and we needed to pay for the turf, which I was kind of annoyed, like, come on, we will pay you whatever it is. We already agreed on it. Just pay it and get the job done, and we'll go ahead and get you that money, no problem. And he knows Jeff well enough to know that. But he said that he had tried calling Jeff yesterday afternoon. Now, mind you, he told Jeff that he was going to be at the shop in Tucson to get the grass at 11 in the morning. He supposedly tried calling Jeff when he got there at 1 in the afternoon. And Jeff was out with my sister yesterday. And when he came home, because one of the workers called me directly and said, hey, we're trying to reach Jeff. Do you know, is he okay? I said, yeah, he's fine. He's out with my sister right now. And I said, why? He goes, well, we were at the grass place and they were trying to get him the invoice, make sure, get his approval on it and then pay for it. So we couldn't pick up the grass. I'm like, son of a bitch. So of course I'm annoyed with Jeff, thinking Jeff didn't answer his phone, which is totally not like Jeff, first of all. Me, I may not answer the phone. I may be busy doing something else. And it is annoying about Jeff to me, but it's also a good thing that even if he is busy, he will answer his phone. Me, if I'm busy, I'm giving my full attention to whomever I'm speaking to, and I will send that call to voicemail or ignore it. So I'm like, oh, it doesn't sound like him, but I was really annoyed. So he comes home and I'm like, Jeff, did you get a text, random text, with an invoice attached to it? And he's like, no. I said, are you sure? Did you look at your phone? He's like, yes, I looked at my phone. I said, are you positive? I said, it just doesn't make sense because they're saying that they have been trying to reach you. He's like, Rose, and he looks at his phone and he's like, I have no missed calls. I don't know what's going on here. And I got lip gloss on my hands. Hang on a second. I'm just going to wipe it on the concrete. Okay. Kind of felt it kind of getting in the creases there. Not a good look. And I can't see the viewfinder, so I don't know what I look like. So if it was a hot mess, apologies. So Jeff goes through his call log, no missed calls, goes through his text, hands me his phone, go through my text, Rose, there's nothing there. I'm like, shit, and the only reason I'm upset about it is getting them there to pick this stuff up and then back here to do work in the same day just isn't going to happen. I know this. I've been dealing with these folks long enough to know. And I mean, in all fairness, it's a half day to get into Tucson, deal with vendors, and then turn around and drive back. So in all fairness, that's 4 hours right there. So Jeff calls the landscaper. He's like, George, he's like, I had no missed calls from you. He's like, I called you. He goes, let me look at it. And he looks at it. He goes, I texted you several times too. And he looks at it and he's like, oh, wrong Jeff. So the landscaper was texting and calling another Jeff. And so that explained that. And the faux grass people had sent the invoice to George, and George just went ahead and forwarded that to Jeff. We looked at it, approved it. It was after 6 o'clock at that point, so we couldn't call to pay for it. So Jeff called first thing this morning, paid for the grass. He let George know, so now George has got to make this trip back into Tucson. He also has other jobs going on. So now he's got to trust his crew to do some work while he drives to pick this stuff up. I said, is it going to be helpful? Should I drive and pick it up? He's like, I'm not sure if we can fit it in your car. I think they're either 15 or 20 foot long rolls. There's 2 of those and then 2 shorter ones, which I just don't think we need that much grass. I honestly don't, but what do I know? I mean, we're talking about doing 6 or 8 inch strips, both vertically and horizontally. It's not that huge of a space, but what do I know? I'm just a non-mathematical, non-technical girl, so. But just in my mind, it shouldn't need to be that much. So those are the woes of the swimming pool / landscape. You are up to date now. And I went for my workout this morning and did kind of normal stuff. I didn't lie on the ground to do it. So you don't know that because I didn't post yesterday's video that I made. Because my back was bothering me so much, or maybe you do know that. I go to work out. I work out on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Sundays. So I don't know if I posted it. But anyway, she was taking it easy on my back and had me do most everything inside the house lying flat on my back. She asked how I was feeling when I went there this morning. I said, I still feel it, but it's not debilitating. So I'm good. As far as the work goes that we did on Tuesday, I feel that good muscle tightness right in here on the front of the chest. I feel bad issue in the shoulder, which is my normal spot. And my hip flexors. Nothing on the inner thigh, but the hip flexors. I feel muscle awareness. Okay. So she's like, okay, that's good. And she said, I really want to focus on your back today. So we did a bunch of back stuff. I did my warm up 5 minutes on the rower. And then she had me, see if I can remember everything. I did the rows where you kind of have your back flat and reach forward and pull back, kind of leaning onto the bench. I did those with, I think I did 20-pound weights on that. She had me do lat pull downs on the machines. So I did 3 sets. I don't know what the weights are. She changes them. You know, she started me on one thing, and then the last set she made it heavier. I'm like, I can't do, I couldn't even bring the bar down to my shoulders. She's like, you can do this. I'm like, no, really, this is as far as I can go. And she just came and she barely puts her fingers on it. I mean, she did have to do a little extra than just the barely in the fingers thing. And she's like, you're doing this, you're good. And I was like, okay. And then you move the hands in the bar. And I did those, and then bring them in even more and pull down that way. I did those. And the last set, she upped the weights. I told you that. But 3 sets, hands in different positions on the bars. What else did we do? Oh, deadlifts. She told me to do 20 pounds, but I did grab the 25s. I tried to be a big girl, and I did grab 25 pounds, and I did just had me do 1 set of deadlifts with 25 pounds. There's something else she had me do. Oh, put this stick across my back and just bend forward at 90-degree angle and then come back up. So I did 1 set with just this stick, and then she gave me a weight bar, a weighted bar. I don't know what the weight was on it. Don't really care. It wasn't too hard, which is good, and I'm not going to tell her that. And she doesn't watch my videos, so she's not going to know. But if her husband watches, don't be tattling. Don't be tattling. Rose said that was easy. And I do tell my sister, you know, I'm like, okay, I think I can handle a little more weight. And, you know, she'll be like, okay, give it a try. I don't know how to change the weights on that kind of bar. I don't think we add weights to it. I don't think it's one of those kind of bars, but I don't know. That's on her to figure out. I'm just doing what she asks. And then her pool guy came, and the dogs were out. And he had evidently texted when he was on his way, but come on, girlie. What are you doing? Why you gotta pee on that? It's like it's not on the grass or the rocks. She's peeing on the edge of the sidewalk. Because she's marking where somebody else marked. I know. So her dogs are good protector dogs. They are not Pyaar protection. They are serious, good guard dogs. And the guy came in the gate, made it to the pool, and then the dogs were out. And the dogs realized he was there, and they weren't having it. So he called Missy. He's like, I'm here, and the dogs are out. And he's like stabbing off Amigo with his pool cleaning stick thing. So Missy went out and called them, and they actually came, which is good. That's progress for them. And they came to her, and she got them locked in. And I ran around and closed doors so they couldn't get back out. And then carried on with the workout. So we had that little bit of excitement this morning. And he did text saying he was on his way, but she didn't feel the buzz for the text, so she wasn't aware of it. And funny, the dogs weren't barking, and we had the door open. We should have heard that. I mean, well, I didn't hear them barking. So that was our day. Speaking of barking dogs, there's a dog across the way who's fussing because we're walking. So that was today. So far, that's the update on the pool and the landscaping. And just a quick check-in. How are we doing with staying present? in the moment, and we didn't, and accountability, right? We're holding not just ourselves accountable, but others accountable in a kind way. So let me know how that's going for you. And I will talk to you very soon. I hope you have an amazing day. Whatever it is that you have planned, I hope that it is wonderful and beautiful, even if that's laying on the couch, just trying to keep cool. I know it's hot. It's hot everywhere. It's hot here. I made sure to put sunscreen on today. Usually don't do that. All right, I will talk to you soon. I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. Let's grow this channel. Have a great day. Bye.